What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Casey. Welcome to Babycakes Oracle. Today we're going to do a pick a card on why don't they invite you, or why they didn't invite you. This could be regarding a party, event, girls' night, guys' night, anything. You didn't get an invitation, or you never get invited, or just, you were shocked. So we have 3 piles here. We have group 1, the butterfly cookie. Group 2, the crispy square vanilla. It's like a Rice Krispie treat. Or group 3, the popcorn. It's like spicy popcorn. Is good though. They're all good. So pause it if you need to, decide on which snack you prefer, and we'll get into it. Thank you. Welcome to your pile, group 1. We're going to find out why they didn't invite you, or why didn't you get invited. All right, so if you chose this yellow butterfly, this reading is for you. My mom actually made these cookies. She made all different ones, different colors. They're pretty good, but with that yellow already, something about you shine. Something about you shine. Something about you has changed, or you are just glowing. You're in a glow and you just glow. There's something about you that glows, beautiful, unique. And that's what I'm getting with that, okay? So let's get a little more deeper. The overall energy, though, we got was major jealousy. Okay, group 1. So they didn't invite you, or they don't invite you to things because they're jealous of you. Very jealous of you. You could look like her, or they could look like that. But regardless, something about you is just very beautiful. And they feel just some type of way. They don't want you, no spotlight, no attention on you at all whatsoever. They want to be the center of attention. Or they could be feeling some type of way. Maybe they feel like you're more beautiful. Maybe because their partner might look at you somehow. Their spouse, and that's why they don't invite you, or they didn't. Okay. Next card we have is the Knight of Cups here in this tarot, and this is actually a woman here as well. And she's looking very much so like she's unhappy. Bitter. Miserable. Maybe things are not going well in her life at this current moment. So this could be a female you're dealing with who didn't invite you. Group 1. Maybe for some reason, for some of you guys, this person, this woman, probably feels like as if their partner has some sort of feelings towards you. Or this is just a person who's very insecure and they just don't want you there, because you guys might be like the person who gets invited to parties and you're just like the center of attention, or just the party don't stop until you get there, because there's something about you and your energy which is very just full of joy and uplifting. You're just very high vibrational. Okay. This person could be very sensitive, but yeah, I mean, for her to feel that way about you, because even how she's looking towards the butterfly here as well, most definitely. This person, she needs to get her worth up, her self-worth. She needs to work on loving herself, and that's really what it is. Maybe when you're invited to, if you would, maybe somehow she's someone who is just never happy, unsatisfied because her partner doesn't provide, or whoever this is doesn't provide or give her the things she asks for. She just feels like she's stuck and she's just unhappy. She needs to work on her healing. Or he, And that's pretty much what it is. You know, she could be someone who's very sensitive. Like if her spouse or person talks to you or whatever, she'll be irritated by every little thing. She'll have a remark or some sort of like sneer on her face, or just be irritated. And probably you wouldn't have wanted to be there anyways, because she probably would have been looking at you sideways. If you weren't even paying attention to this person, you probably could have looked up and noticed a nasty face on her, or just like a hater ass look on her or his face. This is a person who's continuously, you know, and I feel like she's also a person who gossips about you too. So you wouldn't even want to be invited, because this person also gossips about you. They do a lot of gaslighting as well. But overall, the energy of this Knight of Cups, just bitter, unhappy. I don't really get a good vibe from that Knight at all. She probably drinks a lot. This person probably drinks a lot, and when she drinks or he drinks, that's when them inner demons really start to show and come out. So that's when you really see the truth come out of this person. Regardless, group 1, you didn't get invited or you don't get invited, because this person is jealous of you in a major way. They're envious of you as well. And who wants to be invited to a place? Sometimes rejection is redirection and protection, and that's really what this is about for you. Because if you would have went, she would have been acting funny. She wouldn't have want to include you a part of her crew of friends, her other bitter friends, and she would have been just very petty and gossiping behind your back. Or you would have been feeling good. You would have been feeling off the energy overall. You would have been feeling everything, because like I said, once this person starts drinking, that's when you start their inner demons really start to show. So and you want to be around healthy people. You want to spend time and party with healthy people. Okay, so that's what that is. Next card we have is red flags. Exactly. This person is full of red flags. So confirmation of why you wouldn't even want to be invited, or why you didn't get invited, okay? This person would also have been very disrespectful as well. Just rude, not classy at all, very trashy. The energy of how they come off, especially when they drink, it's just embarrassing. You know, if they really knew, I'm sure she knows or he knows their true colors when they start to have a good time. But yeah, it's just they get so irritated, or they would have got so irritated if you were there, because they're just seeing your overall transformation and your change, and how you're just got this beauty on you, and you're just glowing up and leveling up, and they're still stuck, not moving forward, very stagnant, or putting up with a lot in their life that, you know, they need to work on. All right, we also have lustful vampires, sexual drainage. Very interesting, okay? Maybe this would have been something where it was like a group of people who were very much so, a lot of the people that were there just also energy vampires and very lustful, and just a lot of them are like host of demonic entities, but they would have been draining you, and they probably all work together. And like I said, like a lot of them are probably like Jezebel spirits anyways, or incubus or succubus. So something's on these people if you would have got invited, where it is not high vibration, and it would have drained so much of your life force out of you. It would have dimmed your light indeed. So you don't even want to get invited anyways. Okay. And the last card we have is also guilt. All right. So maybe this person probably feels this way if they didn't invite you. When they're actually sober, they probably realize just how maybe disrespectful that they were, or how they treated you, and just their issues. They're aware of their issues. They're aware of their, you know, their dark side, their shadow side, and they know they need to work on themselves. And that's why she's in this energy of like, I need to get my shit together. I know I got issues. I know I'm not healthy. I know I'm toxic, and I need to work on myself, because I don't have to be that way, you know. And I feel like this person feels guilty too, especially if they have someone, because I feel like this could probably, for some of you guys, this could be that person, their partner probably treats them this way. That's why she feels that way, or he, however you want to take it. And he lusts after other females, other women. He's paying attention to entertaining other people besides his main thing. And so maybe she felt like he would have been giving you attention or something like that. All right. If this is a friend who's also, if this is someone that you thought was a friend who's single, maybe she felt like she didn't want to invite, or you didn't get invited because she felt that, I'm just going off the images here. I just keep saying she, that you would have been the most beautiful one out of the group somehow, or you would have stand out more, or he would have been paying more attention to you. Very interesting. As I'm looking at this guy now too, he's looking straight ahead. He's not paying attention to the females on him, but he's looking straight at you. So whoever they're dealing with, like if say the guy's a player and she's probably not even with this guy, she's probably single too. Maybe she would have been jealous because you would have been stealing the attention from a particular guy that she likes, but he's full of red flags. You know, he's very disrespectful when it comes to her, or just around other women when she's there or he's there. So regardless, this person feels guilty of how they probably treated you and just their attitude, and just probably the way they would have, you know, reacted. That's for some of you guys if you didn't get invited. All right. For others, this person just needs to work on themselves. They got issues. They got issues. And that's really what it is. And something about your beauty or your shine just really intimidates them or makes them feel little or something, or just not worthy, because you have such a high self-esteem and self-respect and just healthy self-worth about yourself and respect. Okay, you won't tolerate certain things, but that's why they didn't invite you. Group 1, okay? You guys take care. Welcome Group 2 to your reading. We're going to find out why don't they invite you, or why didn't they invite you. So if you chose this crispy square vanilla snack, it's like a Rice Krispie treat, this reading is for you. I feel like already with this snack, I mean, because this is not like the normal Rice Krispie treat wrapping. And it says made good too. That's the name of the brand. Something about you, why they didn't invite you, I feel is that you're very unique. You're very unique. You're different. Rare. Yeah. Something about you is very unique. And you're really good at what you do. Maybe someone doesn't want you to get a particular attention, get attention or get recognition, or for anybody to see. They're trying to like cock block somehow, or I don't know the other way to say it, you know, they just don't want anyone to see you because they may want to outshine you somehow. But regardless, something about you is of quality, especially since it says made good. You could also be someone who is a great conversationalist. You're a social butterfly. You're good with words, so that could probably threaten someone or intimidate someone. Yeah, you're probably just fun and imaginative and just, yeah. That's why I'm getting that vibe for sure, okay? So overall energy we have is new love. All right, so this could be a certain it could be a couple who may not want you to. So if you're in a relationship and, you know, you didn't get invited to another couple event or something like that, maybe it's something about you guys that they didn't want you guys probably being the center of attention or just looking better than them. Or it could have been a male or a female probably not wanting to invite you around their person. Or it's a couple basically hating off of you. Hating off of you. I'm trying to look at the guide too. Yeah. He could totally be checking you out, or she. But regardless, it could be just both the couples as well. The guy, for some of you guys, the guy could probably find you, admire you, or find you beautiful, but is in a relationship, okay? So usually, you know, sometimes you can't really do anything to, he couldn't do anything to invite you if you're a female, say, because, you know, he's gonna go with what his women say. We also have the Four of Pentacles here. Now, she's holding on really tight to what she has, okay? She's holding on very tight to her resources, her foundation, whatever she has materially, she's holding on tight. And she ain't trying to let go. And this could be holding on tight to, like I was saying, her foundation or anything like that. Four is all about stability, building foundations, right? So maybe she feels threatened by you. Or maybe they might find you someone who is probably boring for some, or stuck up, or just too serious. Maybe you're the type who you just hold yourself to a high standard, and maybe you probably don't drink like them, or you don't loosen up as much as them, or you just kind of have control over your temptation or anything like that, okay? Maybe they both kind of see you as someone who is just too goody shoes, or just kind of someone who thinks they're too good, or kind of, like I said, just kind of stuck up. Maybe you're the type who can't really be manipulated or controlled. You know what I mean? You're not a people pleaser. So, and they probably just didn't want to invite you because you're not someone that they can, you know, just control. They might find you someone who's very serious, and she has like the glasses on here. And they probably is looking for others who are willing to probably drink and do, you know, have fun as far as whatever's fun to them, or just maybe they're in a toxic relationship. You're dealing with someone who is like feels probably judged by you. Maybe they feel like they would have been feeling judged by you. But regardless, I feel like they didn't invite you because they feel like something about you is, you are someone who can be controlled or manipulated. Someone who just kind of stuck up and really fell into. Very focused. And like them, they're not as focused and as driven as you, or doing as well as you, or they're probably more extroverts, or just a lot of judgmental energy. They're more extroverts where they need people around them, and you can keep yourself grounded and made good too. Like I said, I just feel like they just find you someone who's just kind of, I don't know, for some hard to crack, hard to get information on, because I feel like I'm also getting a very nosy vibe too. Like them just very curious about you, and like they thinking that she thinks she's all that, or he thinks he's all that. Because they have some sort of trauma bond together. They're bonded by trauma. They're very codependent on each other, you know, and you're not, you're very independent. So somehow that can intimidate them or threaten them somehow. And so maybe when they get around you or they talk to you, or if they would have invited you, they would have been feeling like as if, you know, here comes Miss Serious, this person, or oh, what do we do? You know, it would have been like something like that, or they were feeling like as if, you know, you were judging them and their life somehow, or judging something about you, you know? Maybe they feel like you're not as laid back and they kind of want people who are willing to, like I was saying earlier, let loose and just not be so serious all the time. Maybe that's how you come off to them. So, and that's why they didn't invite you. Yeah. Because you're probably an introvert. You love your space and time to yourself. And maybe, I'm really feeling as well too, maybe they felt like as if you probably wouldn't have wanted to be invited. You probably would have been fine staying at home, in your home, doing your own thing. Maybe some of you guys don't care if you were invited or not, you know? And then some of you guys may have been offended. You want to know, you're just curious, but some of them feel like as if you probably didn't care if you were invited or not, because you do your own damn thing anyways. You're probably like, oh, he'll be all right. He ain't missing out on nothing. Yep. So maybe you guys are holding on to some sort of resentment when it comes to not being invited to this event or whatever it was. When it comes to this particular couple who didn't invite you, you know, maybe you're upset about that and you want to know. So I don't really feel like this is a couple who's very genuine anyways. Yeah, maybe this is like one of your friends and they're in a relationship with someone else and you're single. I'm getting that too as well. Maybe you guys are single and that your friend or whatever is in a relationship with someone else and you kind of feel like as if he or she is just not really including you anymore. Or maybe they felt like as if they didn't know if you wanted to be the third wheel. Because I don't really feel it's too much for some harm. But I feel like you also could be irritated because this is your friend and they know who you are. They know your type, your personality type. That's for some of you guys. And maybe they're kind of judging you like, well, you didn't have another partner with you, so I figured maybe you weren't going to miss out because you usually do your own thing and we didn't want you being the third wheel. So it's kind of that vibe as well. But you might be still feeling some type of way about it and holding some sort of resentment towards your friend or whoever. And they're just looking at you and probably judging you like, she needs to get a man or he needs to get a man. But maybe you wanted to get invited because maybe you might meet somebody at the party. Okay, maybe they're the type who wants you to kind of chill out and relax sometimes. That's why they don't probably invite you, because maybe you scare away certain people that they, you know, hang out with, and they're just like, oh, she's just too focused on schoolwork. He's too focused on this and that. They need to kind of loosen up so they can, you know, talk, not have social anxiety and just chill out or something like that, you know. I'm also getting to that maybe they just feel like sometimes you may come off very intimidating, but I'm really getting like you're just very guarded and protective of yourself. Maybe you've been hurt a lot somehow and you just kind of like don't want to invite new love, or just, you know, or maybe you just come off, you're very unapproachable to them and they just probably felt like, well, he probably doesn't want to come anyway, so, you know, maybe he or she won't think anything of it. Something like that I'm really feeling. Because you could be very serious or just kind of like a nerd or just kind of a geek or something like that to them. And they're just looking to have a good time. That's all. That's for one of you guys. Yeah. So next card we have is PTSD. All right. Maybe they feel that you have PTSD somehow. And so you just kind of stay to yourself. You know, that doesn't mean that you don't want to be invited still. So, I mean, I understand. But, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. But maybe you just kind of get a little worked up or just very nervous around new people. I don't know, but I just really feel like they just didn't want to. They didn't think you'll be missing out. You would have been really missing out, and that's all. So, next card we have is also screams too. I don't know. This could be you guys in this energy. very frustrated. Maybe you tend to get worked up or angry a lot when it comes to things, and maybe they didn't want to deal with your drama or just your attitude or anything like that. Or they could have been, you know, if this is someone that you know out of the guy or the female here, maybe their partner probably just didn't want to invite you. They went off when it comes to you. Like they got all worked up because they just didn't want to invite you somehow. You know what I mean? Because I feel like something about you intimidates one of them, or it says goes to extremes for attention. Yeah, and somehow maybe one of them feels like you kind of take the attention away, or it's something that you're really good at. There's something that you're really good at of what you do, and maybe somehow they feel threatened that you would have been, because you're so grounded and in control of yourself and your emotions. I feel as well as it's coming through. This person, they could have PTSD. And maybe it was probably a good thing you didn't go, because you didn't want to be involved in any sort of drama or just around that energy overall. But regardless, I said in the beginning, it could have been one of the female could be being threatened by you or intimidated by you, or find you as someone who has status or just wealthy, or just someone who has stability more than her or him, however you want to take it. And this could make them want to lash out or get irritated even by certain things you say. Like you could be saying something, they might go off like, oh, why are you so perfect? Why? Like I'm just really getting some like a negative energy like through something you said, and you're just kind of like, okay, you know what I mean? So we also have the grass looks greener, but it's artificial. Yeah, I feel like you don't even want to, maybe one of you guys probably, like I said, maybe someone, it might not resonate for everybody, but you probably got frustrated because you weren't invited. Maybe you kind of went off on or irritated with maybe this new guy or new female that they're talking to. You got irritated with, you know, whoever this is in your life, whether it be a friend or a family member, anybody. You got irritated because you know that this person is artificial. You know they fake. You know they a clown. You know this is basically smoke and mirrors. You know it ain't real. You know they're either a player, or maybe he's checking you out and you told her about it, or you warned your partner about it. You know, whoever. But regardless, you see through it. And maybe that's why you didn't get invited too, I feel, because whoever your friend is, or whatever relationship is, whoever you got invited or you didn't get invited to, they don't want you coming in between what they're trying to do here, this lustful relationship or whatever the hell they got going on. They don't want you coming in feeding thoughts or saying certain things, especially with the blue here, and probably preaching about what's a quality woman or a quality man, or what a man would do or would not do. And this probably frustrates the guy, because, you know, it's like as if you always have something to say. And maybe you cause them PTSD because you know that they have hidden motives or a hidden agenda when it comes to this person in your life, you know? So it's like as if they feel like you're trying to cock block some sort of way. Okay, it's interesting that comes in. Yeah, because we got tapping in. Because you guys are very much so tapped in. You're very intuitive. And you see through a lot of things. You're very clairvoyant. She's looking very straightforward. She's looking like she's focused, paying attention. She's got her glasses on. You guys can be very clairvoyant. Did I just say that? But yeah, you see it. And even how the card is right underneath this card, you're seeing this fake relationship. You're seeing what's going on here. And you know it ain't right. Last card we have is Shadow. You see how it looks like it's a guy too sitting in that corner as well. So it's something about this guy that whoever this is for you, a friend, family member, or whatever, sister, I don't know. They know that you see their hidden agenda. They know that you see through them. It's like as if you give them PTSD. You see through their inner demons. You see that incubus, you see that succubus spirit within them. It's like as if you're seeing through their soul. Because you are so high vibrational, you could pick up anything in your frequency. You stress this person out, and so they don't want you being there to judge them. You know what I mean? Because I'm feeling now like a guy is sitting there, he's looking at you, but inside he's feeling his thoughts are all over the place. He's having PTSD, he's stressing out, like, you know, not wanting you to ruin or say anything to their female or guy, whatever, about them or what you notice. So they just don't want to invite you because they don't want you being a cock blocker, basically, okay? And so they're just toxic. Like I was saying before, this could be some sort of trauma bond. Did I say that here? I'm not sure, but regardless, yeah, you guys see through this person. This person has a lot of insecurities, and they're hiding shit. You know it. You know they only want one thing, or you know that they're either a user, they use and abuse, and that's why you didn't get invited, because this person probably went off to her, or he went off to however, and probably was like, why do you have to invite her? Why does she have to come? Some shit like that. And she won't, I don't think she'll really miss out anyways, you know. So it's yeah, that's what I'm getting, because we have 42 as well, which is 6. So yeah, something about you. They didn't want you coming in between, he or she didn't want you coming in, breaking up no shit, putting thoughts in your friend's head, or whoever. They didn't want you seeing what you already see right through this person, but they just didn't want they didn't want to be feeling like that. They were trying to hide from you. They don't want you messing up nothing for them. So that's interesting. That's why they didn't invite you. All right, group 2, because you're definitely not a doormat. But you're also very protective of, you know, your friends and your family and whoever. Because you guys are probably very much so empaths, and you just care. You're protective. So that's why, yeah, and maybe you've been probably going off screaming because you just keep trying to warn your friend or family member or whatever about this guy or this chick. And maybe they want to keep hiding behind and acting like as if they don't see it, or, you know, they don't see that this person is controlling them or using them or manipulating them. So, or causing them some sort of PTSD. So that's why you weren't invited, all right? Group 2, you guys take care. What's going on, group 3? Welcome to your reading. We're going to find out why don't they invite you, or why didn't they invite you, okay? So if you chose this spicy popcorn, this reading is for you. And when I think of popcorn, I'm always thinking of like, either you're getting ready to watch something, so you could be someone that definitely shines, who's admirable, someone in the spotlight. But then I also think of popcorn too, as far as, I mean, in another way of drama. Like, you know, maybe you didn't, you know, it's good you probably didn't get invited because it would have been full of drama. Or just gossip, just some messy stuff. Something of a hot mess where it would have been drawing a lot of attention, okay? So you can take it however you want. But regardless, people like to watch you. And maybe somehow they would have probably felt you were still in the show. That's for some of you guys. And for others, it would have just been full of drama anyway. So it's good you didn't get invited. So the overall energy we have is someone is crying over you. Sad news. Okay. I'm kind of zooming into that. The ones at the bottom. I'm kind of getting as well, like, maybe this person was probably nervous to invite you. They could be feeling sorry about maybe forgetting to invite you. I'm just really kind of feeling like as if someone is probably sorry. And then for others, I'm getting like it was probably someone who was too shy to invite you, or because they have a crush or something like that on you. Maybe they thought you wouldn't have came and they didn't want to be embarrassed or rejected somehow. But others, I feel like this person feels really bad for not inviting you somehow. Maybe it was something that kind of came, that interfered with them inviting you somehow. And that's why they didn't. And they haven't probably confessed up to why they didn't invite you to it yet. Invite you to whatever they had going on, okay? They're not really expressing or saying everything, telling you everything you need to hear. All right, so we have the next card we have is the 5 of Swords. All right, so it could have been some sort of adversity, some drama, like I was saying before, because the popcorn, I always think like, there was a show that was caused, maybe some drama popped off at this event anyway, so it was good you didn't go, because you dodged a bullet. Or maybe they're dealing with someone who is just full of drama, or just this person probably wanted you to feel left out, wanted you to feel not included, because they could totally be in competition with you or hating off of you overall. They didn't want you feeling included, because they could be some sort of major narcissist, or just wants you to, it's just a very manipulative person you're dealing with here. They want you to feel like an outcast. They love stepping on your toes. They love making you feel like you aren't the star here. Like you're not better than me. You're not, when they know you are. Because I feel like they're definitely competing. Definitely competing, okay? And if this person is a friend of yours who they're dealing with, they could be also dealing with a spouse or partner who is just very vindictive and very harsh, and someone that they constantly are bickering with and fighting with all the freaking time. And so they just didn't want to argue with this person, so they just kind of let this person win, but they probably feel really bad that they didn't invite you, but they're not telling you the truth of why this occurred. Because really their partners probably, or whoever, my camera cut off on me, it died. But yeah, this person that didn't invite you, like I said, if it's dealing with a couple, then either the boyfriend, girlfriend, or the wife or the husband, or whoever, their significant other, either have an issue with you or just didn't want to invite you. because they don't like you somehow, or feel threatened by you, feel like as if you're going to steal the show. And especially with it being like spicy popcorn, you know what I mean? Like maybe they find you very spicy, seductive, just tempting and hot. You know, maybe their partner is, they know he's attracted or she's attracted to you somehow. All right, and if this is not dealing with anybody in a relationship, this is dealing with the crew. This is someone who's basically like a bully. So if it's a group of friends, then this person is basically the one who was being mean about it and said they didn't want to invite you. But I feel like the others feel bad about it. You know what I mean? And most likely are probably people pleasers or flying monkeys of theirs, or somehow something like that. Or they're just not in charge. They're not in charge somehow. Or maybe this person was trying to be mean or wicked about something, and they didn't agree with it. Like, no, you don't have to be mean like that. You don't have to be that way, you know. And somehow she or he did something. Maybe as far as like probably even did something to the point of not sending an invitation out to you. I'm getting something like as far as even petty like that, you know, and they're feeling bad. Like, oh, I thought she sent the invitation out. I thought he sent the invitation out. Something along the lines of that. Okay. Where you were supposed to get an invitation, but you didn't but the other person didn't send it because somehow this person didn't want you to go. They were being very mean and wicked. And they're trying to act like as if they did it on accident, or, oh my God, I was totally an accident to the group of people or their partner, but they're lying. They're being manipulative. It was a part of their plan the whole time. They weren't trying to invite you. Yeah. Somehow somebody was in a position of power and they were abusing it. And it could have been, like I said, if it's someone took advantage somehow. They figured out a way and they won. And then, you know, I feel like you didn't get it, but whoever else was involved in this party or a big part of it, they feel bad. They really thought that you got it, or they just didn't want to deal with the drama, and they're probably mad at themselves, feeling guilty for not standing up and putting their foot down. But I feel like they were probably someone who's very weak and just didn't really speak their mind or really fight the issue. So it's something along the lines of that. Regardless, whoever this person is, they're being bullied. They're being bullied or abused by this person who didn't want you to come. And they could be just dealing with someone who's just full of drama. But this person is definitely competing with you. And they wanted you to feel left out. They wanted you to feel sad in their sick way. Yeah, this is definitely an a-hole. And you wouldn't have wanted to be invited anyways to this, because this person would have found some sort of way to publicly embarrass you or air out your business somehow, or do some petty shit, either stir up some drama, because we got the spicy popcorn here, or something. So you didn't want to go anyways, because they would have did something, I don't know, like even try to jump you or fight you somehow, do something like that. So you actually dodged a bullet, group 3. That's for some of you guys. Okay, and you don't want to go anywhere anyways if someone's calling you out trying to embarrass you, because they just don't like that you are this person who is, they just see you as someone chosen, or just destined for fame, or destined for, or they just see you as someone winning, or they see potential in you, and that makes them feel threatened. And so they did whatever they can to exclude you. All right, the next card we have is compensation. Yeah, look at that. I feel like you were really dealing with somebody who is just really just mean and a straight up bitch or a-hole. You know what I mean? Come on now. This is someone who is just kind of like pities you or looks at you as far as like even, you know, like as if you're the weak one there. This could be someone with just someone very superior, someone very arrogant, someone who, but really they feel like as if there's potential in you, they know. But I feel like they were just mean. They didn't want to invite you. And they could care less, even how she's looking at the crying face, or she could care less, or he could care less of how you feel. They just didn't want to invite you, and that's just what it is. They only want to invite a certain amount of people. They don't care about others' feelings and how they feel. They just feel like as if they don't want you there. Because they kind of feel like as if you're not on their level. Or they see you as someone of just beneath them. But that's them projecting that. Those are their projections, their judgments of you. And they want to see you as this. They want to see you as sad, you know. There's some of you, that's not for everybody, where they see you as someone beneath them, but they just see you as someone like, you know, they want you to feel unneeded, not included, like I said before. And like no one's paying attention to you. They don't want you to get any attention. They don't like you. So this person just, because they just don't want to see you stand out for some reason. They don't, you know, they want you to be begging them. It's weird. It's sick. It's weird. Next card we have is sketchy. Yeah, sketchy. There's something off about them. Most definitely, there's something off about them. And that's just what it is. This person is doing this to make you feel this in this energy. They want you to feel left out. They want you to feel left out. They're trying to act like as if they don't see you. Or acting like they're not watching you or they don't care, but they are. They're doing it to be very anxious. They're doing it to see if it's working. Their spells, or if it's working, if their energy, if you know, if you're feeling drained or feeling, you know, depressed. Whatever the hell they got going on, they're trying to see if their evil ways are working somehow against you. How are you feeling? Is he or she still smiling? What's going on? Are they feeling sad? Good. That, you know, I'm hearing that bee could starve for all I care. Because I would leave her with nothing, or I would take everything from her. I'll see her on the street and not even give a shit about her or him. You know, that's how much that evil they are when it comes to you for some reason, like, you know, but they're heavily watching you though. They watch you. Next card we have is shady female. Indeed. Such a dark person. Look at how dark these cards are here, these two. She's got black eyes. You can't even see her eyes there either. They're black. So this is a person who's very much so just dark. This person's definitely got some sort of demonic entity attached to their back. Some dark spirits that probably haunt them. All right, the last card we have is war-minded, militant. Okay, this could be a very serious person, someone who was in the military somehow. You know, they could be very hard, very hardened, very bitter. I'm getting like a very bitter person. This person's constantly in battle with just mental issues and everything. They're dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare. And it's just they have a spirit that has taken over them. But but regardless with that card too, I feel very, very wanting you to lose, wanting you to bow down to them, worship their feet, kiss their ass. I'm getting for sure. They want you to kiss their ass, you know, and beg them. But Spirit is saying no. Get back up. Be war-minded. Stand your ground. If this person comes at you, you got to do what you got to do. But for sure, stay focused. I don't know why they feel like as if they just in some sort of battle with you. But don't stoop to their level. Take the higher road. They really want to cause drama with you or start a war with you or start something with you because they're just so bitter, so angry, and so, what's the word I'm looking for? So serious, but I was looking for another word with the R. They're just mad. They got a lot of things to be mad at. They just putting themselves through battles and drama and just, they probably someone who is very into the politics, someone who is, they have certain traditional beliefs. They could be also someone who they have strong beliefs and things, a strong belief system, like very, like I said, they could be overboard religious, or just maybe they don't like certain things about you. They don't like some of your ways. They don't like they could be also very controlling. I'm very much so a controlling person indeed. Very controlling. They need to be in charge. They need to be running things. And they feel like not inviting you or why you don't get invited is because somehow they feel like as if you'll win. And they lost. I mean, and they'll lose somehow. Like they need to be on top and guard themselves when it comes to you or anybody else. I'm feeling too. By all means necessary. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, this person could just have trust issues. Very much so, trust issues. They don't trust people around them, trust people in their home, trust people, you know. They could be thinking someone's out for attack for them all the time. They don't give any money to the poor, to the homeless, you know. And I'm not saying you have to give money to the poor and like that, but they just don't offer a helping hand in any sort of way. This is a person who's very selfish, one-sided, and yeah. So, and you wouldn't have wanted to go at all to this, at all. They did this on purpose. They wanted you to feel, you know, and she's watching to see your reaction, to see if you'll get upset about it. But don't give them that reaction, okay? respond with grace. All right, group 3.